Everyone, this is our lecture number 36. In this lecture we study about the slabs. Okay, so slabs is very big chapter. So in this lecture we study about the types of slabs, analysis of slabs, and third one is the distinguish between beam and slabs, and the other part of this slabs we discuss in our further lectures. But today lecture we considered only these three topics: types of slabs, analysis of slabs, and distinguish between beams and slabs. Okay, so first we take types of slabs. In types of slabs we have write one sentence: a slab is a plate element. A slab is a plate element having depth capital D very small as compared to its length. This we all know, because when we provide a slab, the thickness of slab is very small but the length of the slab is very large. So here we write slab is a plate element because it looks like a plate having depth very small as compared to its length and width. Slab is used as floor. Slab is used as floor or roof in a building. Carrying UDL. So it's look like a plate, and the depth of the plate or a RCC slab is very less compared to its width and length, and it is used as a floor and roof of a building which carry UDL load. Now slab may be means it is simply supported, may be continuous. So here we write slab may be simply supported, it may be cantilever, or it is continuous. Okay, so these are the slabs which we have construct. Now the types. This is the sentence in a types of slab. Now we have write the types of slabs. We have various types of slabs which we have used for different types of building. Means if we have a residential building, in our residential building we generally provide the one-way slab and two-way slab. But when you see the theaters or cinema hall, their slab is different. So there are various types of slabs which we have to study. So first slab is one-way slab or one-way spanning slab. Second is two-way slab. Two-way slab means two-way spanning slab. Third one is the flat slab resisting directly on column. without beam. Fourth one is grid slab or waffle slab, and last is the circular slabs or other shaped slabs. So these are the types of slabs. In our course we have only two slabs, one way slab and two way slab, but this lecture is for basic introduction, that's why here we study about this all slabs. Flat slab is provided in our basement area where we park our vehicle, as that type of slab is the flat slab, and this is the grid slab which we provide in our theater room, and circular slabs where anywhere which we required for different types of slabs according to aesthetic view. And this slab is defined or differentiated by aspect ratio, and this aspect ratio is given by long span upon short span. Long span we called Ly and short span we called Lx. So this slabs is defined or differentiated with the help of this aspect ratio, long span upon short span, and it is also called Ly by Lx. So first we consider the one way slab or one way spanning slab. One way slab means its deflect only one side. Its deflect only one side. So let's see. One way slab this is our slab, and this slab is supported by this two portion, and this shorter span is called Lx and this longer span is called Ly. When load is applied on this slab is deflect from this shorter span like this. So this is bending along the shorter span, bending along the shorter span. So you remember this, in one way slab bending is done along the shorter span, or bending is only done at single side, and this one way slab is supported by two opposite position, means this slab is supported by this portion and this portion only. Okay, and if we differentiate or if we called with the ratio, aspect ratio, then we say that Ly by Lx ratio is greater than equal to 2, then it is we called one way slab. When Ly by Lx ratio is greater than equal to 2 is known as one way slab, and this is the diagram of one way slab. So let's write some point in one way slab. You remember this aspect ratio, Ly by Lx is greater than and equal to 2 is the one way slab. So let's write first point. If the slab is supported, on two opposite sides, it is called as one way slab or one way spanning slab. In this type of slab, loads are transferred on two opposite supports, which we seen in diagram. Second point, if the slab is supported on four sides. Sometimes what happen, if your slab is supported on four sides, then how you find it is one way slab or two way slab? For in that case you have to check with the aspect ratio, four sides, and if Ly by Lx ratio is greater than equal to 2, then it is called one way spanning slab. Means this is 2 points from which we find our slab is one way slab or two way slab. First point is, if slab is supported on two opposite sides, then it is called one way spanning. If the slab is supported on four sides, but if Ly by Lx ratio is greater than equal to 2, then it is called one way spanning slab. Okay, so these are the 2 points for one way slab. Now we have to note some more points in one way case. So you have to write these points with note. For any slab, if Ly is equal to Lx, the slab has a tendency to bend in the both direction. With increase of Ly, the tendency of bending along Ly is reduced and that of Lx is increased. This point we write here because this directly we ask in our competition examination. They give us condition and according to condition they want the answer. So here if we have Ly is equal to Lx, then the slab has a tendency to bend in both direction. With increase in Ly, the tendency of bending along Ly is reduced and that if Lx is increased. Okay. Now second one, when Ly by Lx is greater than equal to 2, the slab bends only in x direction. The slab bends only in x direction. Okay, and third point is in one way slab main reinforcement is provided along shorter span, or Lx. Okay, so you remember this point in one way slab. Now we see the two way slab. two-way slab. Second type is two-way spanning or two-way slab. So first point, if the slab is supported on all four edges and if Ly by Lx ratio is less than 2. Let's see in diagram. If we have a slab and this slab is supported by all four edges, okay, this is Ly and this is Lx. So this condition we call two-way slab. In this case, this slab is deflect from both sides, from x direction and y direction both. In one-way slab, our slab is deflected only from shorter span, but in two-way slab both span is similar, that's why it's deflected from both sides. Means two-way slab is something look like a square shape, so that's why it deflects from both sides. So from this you have to see and find that it is two-way slab, or otherwise you have to find with the ratio Ly by Lx is less than 2, because sometime we provided 4 supports in one-way slab also, but how we define it is one-way or two-way, because we have condition for 4 edges, we say that two-way slab. So how we find this is two-way and one-way? So you have to find with the help of aspect ratio. If you get aspect ratio Ly by Lx is less than 2, then it is two-way slab, otherwise it is one-way slab. Okay. Now second point, tendency of slab. The tendency of slab is to bend in both direction, is known as two-way spanning. And last one, in two-way slab, main reinforcement is provided along Lx as well as Ly direction. Means in two-way slab we provided main reinforcement in both direction, but in one-way slab we provided in shorter direction only. Okay. And in two-way slab depth required is less. In two-way slab depth required is less, but in one-way depth required is more. Okay. And it is economical. Instead of one-way slab. Now third one, flat slab. In our syllabus only we have one-way slab and two-way slab, but here we discuss all slab, so you have general introduction of these slabs. So third one is the flat slab. So flat slab is when slab is directly supported on column. When slab is directly supported on column without beams is known as flat slab. And second point is flat slab are provided to increase the floor height, because if you directly supported this slab on column, so your height of floor is increased. That's why we provided this, and permit large amount of light which might be obstructed by depth of beam. Why we required flat slab? When we need a high amount or large amount of light, because when you see in our hall, if we provide a beam and we provide one tube light there, so that beam is restricted the light to the other part. If beam is not there, then light is reflect all over the hall. So this is the reason why we need a flat slab. Okay. Now fourth is grid slab. Fourth is grid slab. In grid slab, first point is when slab is supported on beam with column, only on the periphery of the hall, this slab is called grid slab. This slab is called grid slab. Means when slab is supported on beam with column, then this part is called the grid slab. Okay. And second point is, sometime in large halls, public places, marriage hall, auditorium, etc., a large column free area is required, because in theater hall, in auditorium, we were not provided column everywhere. So in that case we required the grid slab. Okay. In that case we required the grid slab. Okay. And columns are provided on the periphery only. Overall we provided beam, but column are provided on the periphery only. Now square grid and diagrid is the example of this grid slab. So these are the slabs which we used in our construction part according to the types of building. Now analysis of slabs. Slabs are primarily flexural member. as beam, and are analyzed and designed in the same manner as beam. Means the rules or clause we used for the beam, same we used for the slabs. Okay, here we discuss some points regarding the analysis may be carried out as follows. Here we discuss some points. First is the elastic analysis. A strip of 1 meter width of slab is considered and loads are found on the strip, and this strip analyzed as a beam of 1 meter width. Means when we find the analysis for the slab, we considered only 1 meter strip, and we take or this 1 meter strip in slab behave as a 1 meter width beam. So here we write this: a strip of 1 meter width of slab is considered and loads are found on the strip, and this strip analyzed as a beam of 1 meter width. Means we have to analyze according to the beam, because here we take clause of beams. Slabs are same as the beams, that's why here we analyze as a beam of 1 meter width. Means here value of B is 1 meter always in the case of slabs. Now second is the chord coefficient. Second part is the chord coefficient. This is semi empirical method of analysis based on yield line theory, and this coefficient given in code may be directly used to analyze the slabs. Okay, so these are the some point we discussed. First, we take a strip in slab and we analyze the strip according to the beam of 1 meter width. Now our last topic of this lecture is the distinguish between beam and slab. Distinguish between beam and slab. Distinguish between beam and slab. So first point is slab is analyzed as 1 meter width beam. Second point is normally compression reinforcement is not provided in slab, but in beams we have provided compression reinforcement also. Shear reinforcement not provided in slabs due to lower shear stress or stresses, but in beams we provided. Fourth one is the temperature reinforcement, means secondary reinforcement. Temperature reinforcement is provided in perpendicular to the main reinforcement. In case of beam we provided secondary reinforcement as a holding part only, but here in slab we provided for a temperature reinforcement and it is perpendicular to the main reinforcement. And last point is point number 5th, the thickness of slab is very small as compared to beam. So these are the distinguished between beams and slabs. So today's lecture is over, guys. If you have any comment, then comment me in my comment box. We meet with our new lecture. In this we discuss about the slab more and solve some problem based on the slabs. Thank you.